Hi everyone. I haven't done one of these for absolutely ages, so I'm going to do one today. The last kind left on one of my YouTube videos for vinyl was the Beatles, so today I'm going to do Michael Jackson. There is a little bit of a parallel there, because obviously Michael Jackson owned the rights to the Beatles tracks. Why am I doing Michael? Because I've got a lot of his stuff and I just fancied him. So here we go. Okay, so we're doing Michael and his family. So I'll start at the very beginning. Janet Jackson controlled the remixes, just a remix collection. Right, Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation. This is a fantastic album. You cannot beat the production on this. It's just got that fantastic sound that I like. It's very Prince sounding, very 1980s Prince sounding. Probably because you've got Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on production duties, who were part of the time a Prince band. Janet Jackson control, again, quality. You can't beat early 90s, late 80s Janet. One More Chance, the single written by R. Kelly. Awful song, awful vocals. Thus said. Invincible album. Really disappointed with this album when it first came out. Really disappointed. But 10 years, 12 years down the line, I can at least listen to it now and appreciate the tracks. There are some really good tracks on here, i.e. Butterflies, Whatever Happens, really, really strong. Do like the title track as well, Unbreakable. So the Bad album, obviously in its 25th anniversary year right now. For a long time I used to look down my nose at this album and not really listen to it, but when you look at the track listings, Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Another Part of Me, Man in the Mirror, Dirty Diana, Smooth Criminal, there's some absolutely killer tracks on here. Killer tracks that are all single worthy. So it's safe to say in the last 12 months or so, this has moved right to the top of the list, probably in the top 2 of my favourite Michael albums. Okay, here we've got the 25th anniversary edition of Thriller. It's a picture disc. What can I say about Thriller? That is timeless. Every track still sounds fantastic. Dangerous, my favourite Michael Jackson album ever since I was a young lad. Let alone, the tracks are great, but the artwork itself is just fantastic. You can look at that for hours trying to piece together what it all means. Off the Wall rarely gets a play, but again, same as Bad, but for different reasons. There are some fantastic tracks on here. It's just not always my cup of tea. Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, Rock With You, 2 fantastic tracks. Get on the Floor, Off the Wall, brilliant. This is a special compilation vinyl, or 2 vinyls I should say. It looks like you're getting a adult Michael Jackson now when you're actually getting him as a child. A lot of these tracks are when he was pre-teen and early teens, all sequenced together into one massive mix. It's pretty good. And Dance Machine, Jackson 5. Get It Together, the Jackson 5. Looking Through the Windows, the Jackson 5. Music and Me, Michael Jackson. Do you know what? That track itself, Music and Me. When I used to watch Moonwalker on a Saturday morning, I used to replay that part over and over because I just thought the vocals were that fantastic. And it took me a long time to even realise it's actually Michael singing it. Yeah, forgive me, I was very young. Greatest Hits, Michael Jackson and Jackson 5. Again, looks like you're getting something of Michael when he was an adult. You're not. It's all Jackson 5 or early teen Michael stuff when he was still signed to Motown. But again, a good collection of songs. Best of Michael Jackson, ditto to what I just said about the other one. The Jacksons Live. I remember coming across this on CD in HMV when I was about 13, 14. Couldn't believe there was a live CD out there. Really good, really good. Fantastic looking vinyl. Iconic image on the back. 2 discs. Okay, the Victory album. Yeah, I do like this album a lot, despite Michael not being involved, to be honest. The artwork on the front is awesome. All 6 brothers, of course. And on the back, you've obviously got the track listing. State of Shock is really good. Torture's very good, and One More Chance, not sung by Michael, sung by Randy. Probably the strongest non-Michael track on any of the Jacksons albums. Really good. Triumph, just a really good album. Basically a Michael Jackson solo album with, unfortunately for them, his brothers as the support act. None of the brothers really play on the record, if at all. Didn't have much of a writing credit. Did for Can You Feel It? But everything that's good about this album is Michael. Simple. Like I said, it's basically a test run. It's going solo without quite going solo. The Jacksons' Destiny album. Blame on the Boogie, massive hit off this, written by M. Jackson, not Michael. Well, not Michael from the group anyway, another M. Jackson. Just a bit of a tidbit there for you. The Jacksons Going Places. Yeah, not great. Very, very early stuff in their epic years. Just finding their feet, really. Still a bit of a gimmicky act. That sounds a bit harsh, but once they moved from Motown to Epic, they were just trying to find their feet again, and if I'm honest, this album's not strong. Very cheesy. And Jermaine Jackson, Let's Get Serious. I believe this album was all produced by Stevie Wonder. Yes, Jermaine and Stevie Wonder. Yes, it's not too bad, but nothing that's going to change the world. And finally, just up there is the Thriller album once more. Okay, thanks for watching.